When you fly over Antarctica, the landscape appears as a total white void. You don't hear birds or see plants. It is a desert of ice. This ice accumulates over millennia, consolidating into a dense mass miles thick. At its thickest point, the sheet reaches the height of Mount Kilimanjaro. To touch the surface from the bedrock below, you would have to stack the world's tallest building 6 times. This massive physical barrier has kept a planetary secret hidden from the rest of the world for 15 million years. By using ice-penetrating radar and lasers to map the bedrock, scientists discovered a complex landscape. Beneath the flat white horizon lies a world of trenches deeper than the Grand Canyon and mountain ranges as large as the Alps. Among these features, researchers identified a shocking anomaly: hundreds of massive lakes of liquid water, sealed off from the surface and the atmosphere. One of these bodies of water, Lake Vostok, is the 6th largest lake in the world by volume, similar in scale to Lake Ontario. To understand this untouched world, scientists have to drill through miles of solid ice without contaminating or destroying the environment underneath. Drilling begins in the top layers of snow, which slowly consolidate under their own weight into a frozen sponge called firn. As the firn gets squished into solid ice, the air inside gets locked in, trapping pockets of the atmosphere from that specific moment in history. Because winter ice has a different texture than summer ice, these layers form visible lines that function like tree rings, creating a chronological record of Earth's climate. You can see major geological events in the core samples. This dark line is ash from a volcanic eruption that occurred over 20,000 years ago. Every meter of ice drilled is a step back in time, providing a vertical archive of the planet's atmospheric history. This deep drilling resolves a major paradox: why liquid water exists under miles of freezing ice. The ice sheet acts as a thermal blanket. It traps geothermal heat rising from the Earth's core, keeping the bedrock warmer than the surface. Additionally, the immense weight creates massive pressure, allowing water to stay liquid at temperatures where it would normally freeze. These lakes are part of an active plumbing system. As water shifts and drains between them through subglacial rivers, it can cause the massive ice sheet above to lift or drop by nearly 10 meters. The bottom of Antarctica is a dynamic, pressurized environment where water flows constantly under the weight of the continent. Penetrating these lakes is a high-stakes engineering challenge. A sudden breach of a pressurized lake could cause a blowout, while the chemicals used to keep the drill hole open risk contaminating 15 million years of biology. The Russian team that first reached Lake Vostok used kerosene and freon as drilling fluids to prevent their borehole from freezing shut. While they claimed to find a new type of bacteria in the water, the international community remained skeptical, as the microbes were nearly identical to those found within the kerosene itself. Later teams used a cleaner method. They utilized pressurized boiling water filtered with UV light to melt through the ice without introducing chemical fluids. Establishing these decontamination protocols was the only way to prove that any life found in the samples was truly native to the lake. Once researchers successfully extracted clean water and sediment from these deep lakes, the results were definitive. The water was teeming with a thriving ecosystem. Colonies of bacteria and viruses were found surviving in a habitat without sunlight or contact with the outside world. These organisms represent an ancient evolutionary path. While they are new to science, they have thrived in this isolated environment for millions of years. Antarctica's lightless, freezing depths serve as a massive incubator for life that exists at the very edge of physical limits. These discoveries provide a scientific bridge to the search for life beyond Earth.